Hello everyone, so let's talk about dealer markup and price hike. Now Tesla has recently hiked the prices on their products, while other dealers from other car manufacturers are hiking up the price on the vehicle that they have on the lot. Now there's a big difference between a price hike and a markup. The difference is when the manufacturer, the MSRP, that set the MSRP price, increase the price, then that's not a markup. That's just them increasing the price for whatever reason. It could be because the materials have gotten more expensive. It could be because there are supply and demand thing. Because when demand is high and supply is low, then the price goes up to keep up with what's going on. So when there's a lot of supplies, but the demand is lower, then they need to move those products, so they're going to lower the price. So that can cause one of the reasons why the manufacturer would increase the price. Now, when it comes to markup, that's something that the dealers are doing. That means that the people who are actually providing the product is selling it at MSRP. So if a vehicle, for instance, is $45,000, but then you go to the dealer and it says $55,000, that means they have added their own pricing structure. Now they might try to wheel and deal it in different ways to try to explain it to you why the price went up, market adjustment, all that nonsense. But that's them adding to the price. Now that's definitely what you call a markup, because the manufacturer had nothing to do with it. They already set the MSRP price at $50,000. As a matter of fact, if you look at the sticker, that's what it's going to say. It's going to say $50,000. But then the dealer will go in there and add a line item and said that, hey, this is a market adjustment. Or they might put it in packages, might saying that, oh, we've added paint protection, pinstripes, and all kind of different weird stuff, upholstery, protection. So they add all that stuff without asking the consumer if they want it, and then they just add it in there and call it a dealer markup. Now, whether you're getting all that stuff, who knows? Who knows? But that's the big difference. The manufacturer will increase the price based on, like I said, what's going on. And things that affect them is the reason why they're increasing the price. But then that's across the board. That means it doesn't matter where you purchase that vehicle from, anywhere on the planet that they increase the price on, that's going to be the price. Dealer markups are based on some dealers. Some dealers are going to actually sell it at MSRP because they're not losing out. Every time a dealer sell a car, it's not like they're going broke. I never seen a big time dealer going broke. Maybe the little side ones here and there. But I don't know, maybe people are not buying the car. But the main dealers, they're not losing out. As a matter of fact, you walk into any dealership, it's all fancy. They got all kind of stuff going on, a whole bunch of people working there. And if they're selling the price at MSRP, then they would be out of business if they're not making any money. So all of this extra markup is just extra money to put in their pocket. But they can't tell you what you're getting half the time for that extra money that you're paying. Like I say in my last video, you shouldn't be paying dealer markups. That's just extra money for the dealer, and the car is not worth that much. It is not worth the extra 10 or 20,000 that you're paying. Because if you try to sell it back in, say, I don't know, a month from now, 6 months from now, a year, you're not getting the price that the dealer charged you for it. Nobody's going to pay that. Plus, it's already going to be priced based on the mileage and the year by the market and not what the dealer charge you for that vehicle. So don't pay the markup, because the markup is only a dealer thing. And if you shop around, you're going to find that some dealers are not charging the markup price, but they're not going out of business because the profit is already built into the MSRP. People who are making these vehicles are actually pricing it based on material, labor, and all that stuff, and how much the dealer is going to walk away when the car is sold to whoever. Because they're going to get their funds, man. The dealers are going to get their funds. All dealerships get the money, whether you finance or pay cash. After you drive off the lot, the dealer has nothing to do with you not paying the loan. You have to deal with the bank on that one. The bank owns the vehicle. So there's a bunch of banks out there that have ownerships of vehicles that you don't have ownership yet until you actually pay off the loan, and now you have the title. So I would not, like I said, recommend you pay any markup. Now, you can't do anything about it if the manufacturer raised the price. Like I said, Tesla have jacked up the price on all their models. The Model 3, the Model Y, the X, the S, and there's nothing we can do about it. Luckily, Tesla don't have dealerships. So when you order the car online, that's the price you're going to pay. You don't have to worry about hackling some dealer because they added stuff to it that you didn't ask for. I wish the rest of the industry would just change the model, because we really don't need dealerships. I mean, for what? Most people just need to order the vehicle and pick it up when it comes in. That's the way it should be. I mean, might as well we just switch to that model. It works for Tesla, and they're not going out of business, so it will work for other dealerships too. These days, people know what they want. I mean, you don't have to go in there and get a bunch of stuff explained to you. If you're in the market to buy a vehicle, I'm pretty sure you know more about that vehicle than the salesperson, because I'm pretty sure you went to YouTube and watched a whole bunch of videos on that vehicle that you're trying to purchase. You know all the settings, how high it is, how much room is in the back seat, how much room is in the trunk, the engine type, the whatever. I mean, there's so much things that I already know about the EV6, for instance, that I just need to go pick it up and drive it off the lot. I mean, I don't need to be explained on anything. I'm pretty sure anybody that's buying a Tesla or any other vehicle, they have done extensive research on it to try to figure out all the stuff about it. So they can just go in and pick it up and don't have to sit there at the dealership doing song and dance thing. So the dealer markup is just bad business as far as I can see when another dealer is not doing the same thing. This is not a universal thing. So one dealer doing it is just bad business. And anybody, any consumer that actually cater to that markup, now you are empowering the dealership to keep that price markup. And they're going to keep on marking up other vehicles because they know people are willing to pay. If nobody paid that markup price, well, guess what? They have to bring the price back down to MSRP. Because you know what? They're going to have a whole bunch of vehicles, high price, sitting on the lot. But dealers are not losing out. They don't have to mark up anything to make any money. The vehicles are already marked up from the manufacturer for everybody to make a profit. And you see, sometime during the year, well, usually year end, they're giving thousands off the vehicle just to move it. You know, the year end sale or the summer sale, and it'd be like $5,000 off. So if they can take $5,000 off the MSRP and still walk away their profit, that means the vehicle is already priced up to the MSRP price for a profit. Markups is just greediness. That's all that is. That's just one dealer being greedy. So when I see a vehicle that's $5,000 markup, $10,000 markup, $20,000 markup, that is straight up greed. And the consumer that pays that price is extremely foolish. I know I'm not doing it. I'm not that desperate. If I have to go to another city, state to get the price that I want, I would rather pay that than pay any kind of markup. I don't mind driving it back. I don't mind shipping it if I need to, because I'm pretty sure it's going to come out much cheaper for me doing that way, because I cannot get back that extra money that I put into the vehicle when I first purchased it if I decide to sell it. Not even come close. At least when I pay MSRP and I'm driving around, I'm getting my money's worth out of it. So I feel like I'm getting what I want, because if I'm driving, I'm putting mileage on it and loading up stuff and going to the grocery store and all that, I'm getting usage out of it. So I'm paying for the usage. So when I do get rid of the vehicle and I know I'm not going to get the original price back, it's okay, because I got something out of it. But there's no way for me to recuperate a 5,000, 10,000, or even more on a markup. No way. And if you think that I don't have something else to do with an extra $5,000 or $10,000 that's sitting in my bank account, no. And I'm not going to be paying a bank so much more money on a vehicle that it's not even worth that much. This is not what the manufacturer priced it to be. This is what they looked at when they built it and put it together and all that stuff and said, okay, this is what the car is valued at. They didn't say it was valued at 60,000 if it's 50,000. They didn't say it was valued at 80,000 if it was originally valued at 50,000. So if you have enough spending power to spend that much on a vehicle, look for something that's worth that cost. That way you can recuperate some of the money when you decide to sell it or whatever you plan on doing with it, or at least the vehicle that you purchase is worth that price. You would look like a fool telling people that you spend $75,000 on an EV6 when that's not the price for it. When somebody else actually paid 50 something for it, that was worth it at that price. It's worth that price. It's not worth 75,000. No, don't do it. Don't do it. But markups are dealer driven. Price hikes are manufacturer driven, because the manufacturer need to raise the price because of whatever the case may be. Dealers mark up to be greedy. All right, so that's it for this topic. Thanks for taking the time for watching. Have a good one. See you next time.